Have you ever felt like you're constantly chasing your own tail, lost in a whirlwind of thoughts and obligations, completely drained by the end of the day? It's a universal experience, this sense of being unmoored, buffeted by the currents of modern life, struggling to find a moment of peace. What if I told you there's a profound ancient path not just to temporary relief, but to a deep, unwavering serenity that can transform every aspect of your existence? A way to reclaim your inner power, to become the calm in the storm, to live with an incredible vitality you might not even remember possessing. You're about to uncover insights that will fundamentally shift how you perceive stress, how you manage your energy, and how you cultivate a resilient, emotionally balanced self. Don't click away, because the final piece of this puzzle, the ultimate key, is waiting for you at the very end, and it's the most powerful understanding you'll ever gain. This isn't just theory, it's a practical, profound journey to unlock your true potential. Inner stillness. We often mistake constant motion for progress, believing that busyness is a sign of productivity, of value. Yet, beneath the surface of this relentless activity, a quiet erosion is taking place. Our minds, designed for focus and clarity, become cluttered, a swirling vortex of anxieties, future worries, and past regrets. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a fundamental drain on our life force, preventing us from truly being present, from truly experiencing the richness of each moment. We rush from one task to another, our bodies present but our minds miles away, already anticipating the next hurdle. This fragmentation of attention is a modern epidemic, leaving us feeling perpetually exhausted, even after a full night's sleep. The incessant internal dialogue, the monkey mind, as some call it, becomes a dictator, pulling us in 1,000 different directions, never allowing us to settle into a state of deep, restorative calm. It's a cycle that perpetuates itself. The more we try to force stillness, the more elusive it becomes, like trying to catch water with open hands. The journey to inner stillness doesn't begin with a grand gesture or a sudden epiphany. It starts with a simple yet profound act of observation. Notice the breath. It's always there, a constant rhythmic anchor in the chaos. This isn't about controlling the breath, forcing it into a specific pattern, but rather about acknowledging its presence, feeling its gentle rise and fall within the body. In doing so, we create a tiny space, a momentary pause in the relentless chatter of the mind. This pause, however fleeting, is a gateway. It allows us to step back from the immediacy of our thoughts, to see them not as absolute truths, but as transient phenomena, like clouds passing across the sky. We are not our thoughts. We are the awareness that observes them. This distinction is crucial, for it is in this awareness that true freedom resides. It is the beginning of disarming the internal critic, of loosening the grip of incessant mental activity, and of cultivating a quiet strength that emanates from within. Consider the metaphor of a muddy pond. When the water is constantly stirred, it remains murky, reflecting nothing clearly. But when the stirring ceases, when the mud is allowed to settle, the water gradually becomes clear, revealing the depths beneath. Our minds are much the same. The constant churning of thoughts and emotions keeps our inner world opaque, preventing us from seeing ourselves, our situations, and our true potential with clarity. The practice of focusing on the breath, of cultivating a gentle awareness, is like allowing the mud to settle. It's not about forcing the mud down, but about ceasing the stirring. This process takes patience, not struggle. It's a subtle art of non-doing, of allowing, of simply being present with what is. The more we practice this, the more naturally the mind begins to quiet, and the more transparent our inner landscape becomes, revealing profound insights and an untapped reservoir of peace. This isn't about escaping reality, it's about seeing reality with greater precision. The subtle art of presence is not about eliminating thoughts. That would be an impossible and ultimately unhelpful endeavor. Thoughts are an intrinsic part of the human experience. Rather, it's about changing our relationship with them. Instead of being swept away by every current of thought, we learn to observe them with a gentle detachment, like watching leaves float down a stream. They come, they go, and we don't need to jump in after every single one. This practice of observation creates a mental distance, a buffer between us and the often turbulent inner world. It allows us to respond consciously rather than react impulsively. This is the essence of true inner freedom, the ability to choose how we engage with our internal landscape rather than being dictated by its whims. It's a profound shift from being a victim of our thoughts to becoming their calm and discerning observer, a powerful position from which to navigate life's complexities. This journey to inner stillness is not a one-time achievement, but a continuous practice, a lifelong cultivation. It's like tending a garden. Weeds will always appear, but with consistent care and attention, the desired plants can flourish. Similarly, distractions will always arise, and the mind will inevitably wander. The key is not to judge ourselves for these wanderings, but simply to acknowledge them and gently, patiently return our attention to the anchor, whether it be the breath, a sound, or a sensation. This act of returning over and over again without frustration or self-reproach is where the true strength and resilience of the mind are built. Each time we do this, we are strengthening the neural pathways for calm and focus, literally rewiring our brains for greater peace. It's a testament to the incredible plasticity of the human mind, its capacity for transformation, for evolving into a state of profound and unshakable inner quietude. Energy restoration. Modern life often feels like a perpetual drain, as if our energy reserves are constantly being siphoned off by external demands and internal pressures. We push ourselves relentlessly, fueled by caffeine and willpower, only to crash at the end of the day, feeling utterly depleted. This isn't sustainable. Our bodies and minds are interconnected systems, and when one part is overtaxed, the entire system suffers. We sacrifice sleep, proper nutrition, and moments of genuine rest for the sake of an endless to-do list, believing that this is the path to success. Yet, true success, sustainable success, is built upon a foundation of robust energy, not chronic exhaustion. This isn't just about physical tiredness. It's about a deep, pervasive weariness that affects our mood, our decision-making, our relationships, and our overall quality of life. We lose our sparkle, our enthusiasm, our capacity for joy. We become reactive, short-tempered, and less capable of handling even minor challenges, caught in a downward spiral of depletion. The restoration of energy begins not with doing more, but with doing less, with strategically pausing. We need to actively cultivate moments of genuine rest throughout our day, not just collapsing at night. These aren't just breaks from work. They are deliberate acts of disconnecting from external stimuli and reconnecting with our internal reserves. Even a few minutes of quiet contemplation, a short walk in nature, or simply closing our eyes and focusing on the breath can be incredibly rejuvenating. These micro-rests act as vital checkpoints, preventing the complete depletion of our energy batteries. Think of it like topping up your phone throughout the day instead of waiting for it to hit zero. This proactive approach to energy management is far more effective than trying to recover from complete burnout. It's a conscious decision to honor our natural rhythms, to respect the limitations of our physical and mental capacities, and to prioritize our well-being over relentless productivity. Our diet plays a much larger role in our energy levels than many realize. It's not just about avoiding unhealthy foods, but about actively nourishing our bodies with real, wholesome ingredients. Processed foods, excessive sugar, and artificial stimulants provide only fleeting bursts of energy, followed by inevitable crashes, leaving us more depleted than before. Conversely, a diet rich in whole foods, fresh vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats provides sustained energy, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports optimal brain function. Hydration is equally critical. Even mild dehydration can lead to fatigue, headaches, and impaired cognitive function. What we put into our bodies is the fuel that powers every cell, every thought, every movement. Choosing wisely is a direct investment in our vitality, in our ability to perform at our best, and to experience life with sustained enthusiasm. It's a profound act of self-care. a recognition that our physical vessel is the foundation for all our endeavors. Movement is another powerful yet often underutilized tool for energy restoration. While it might seem counterintuitive to exert energy to gain it, regular physical activity boosts circulation, improves oxygen delivery to cells, and triggers the release of endorphins, which have mood-lifting and energy-boosting effects. This doesn't mean you need to embark on an intense training regimen. Even gentle, consistent movement, a daily walk, some stretching, or a few minutes of mindful exercise can make a significant difference. The key is consistency and finding activities that you genuinely enjoy, making movement a natural and joyful part of your routine rather than a chore. Our bodies are designed to move, and when we neglect this fundamental need, our energy stagnates and we feel sluggish and unmotivated. Reconnecting with the natural impulse to move is a powerful way to awaken dormant vitality and reclaim a sense of physical and mental robustness, an essential ingredient for a vibrant life. Sleep is perhaps the most fundamental pillar of energy restoration, yet it's often the first thing we sacrifice in our busy lives. We convince ourselves we can function on minimal sleep, but the truth is, chronic sleep deprivation has devastating effects on our physical health, mental clarity, emotional regulation, and overall energy levels. It impairs our immune system, slows our metabolism, and reduces our cognitive function. Prioritizing quality sleep, aiming for 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted rest, is not a luxury, it's an absolute necessity for optimal functioning. Creating a consistent sleep routine, ensuring a dark, quiet, and cool sleep environment, and winding down with calming activities before bed can significantly improve sleep quality. When we truly honor our need for rest, we wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to face the day with a clear mind and a resilient spirit. It's the ultimate reset button, the body's natural mechanism for repair and rejuvenation, and it should be treated with utmost respect. Emotional balance. Life is an endless series of ups and downs, a complex tapestry woven with threads of joy, sorrow, excitement, and frustration. Emotional balance isn't about eradicating negative emotions or maintaining a perpetually cheerful facade. That would be an impossible and inauthentic way to live. Instead, it's about developing the capacity to navigate this spectrum of human experience with grace and resilience, to feel our emotions fully without being overwhelmed or controlled by them. When we lack emotional balance, we become like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by every wave, reacting impulsively to external circumstances rather than responding with wisdom and clarity. This can lead to volatile reactions, strained relationships, and a deep sense of internal unease. We become prisoners of our own internal states, unable to find a steady footing amidst the inevitable storms of life, constantly seeking external validation to regulate our inner world, a pursuit that ultimately leaves us emptier. The first step towards emotional balance is often the most challenging, acknowledging and accepting our emotions without judgment. We have a tendency to label emotions as good or bad, seeking to suppress the bad ones, anger, fear, sadness, and cling to the good ones. But emotions are simply messengers, providing us with valuable information about our internal state and our relationship with the world. When we resist or deny certain emotions, they don't disappear. They often fester, manifesting in other ways, creating internal conflict and tension. Instead, try to approach your emotions with curiosity, as if they are visitors, observing them without getting entangled in their stories. What is this feeling telling me? Where do I feel it in my body? This gentle inquiry, this willingness to sit with discomfort, is the beginning of emotional intelligence, allowing us to process and integrate our experiences rather than being defined by them. It's about witnessing, not becoming, the emotion. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in cultivating emotional balance. By bringing a non-judgmental awareness to our present experience, we create a space between the emotion and our reaction to it. This space is where our freedom lies. When an intense emotion arises, instead of immediately reacting, we can pause, acknowledge its presence, and simply observe it. We notice the physical sensations associated with the emotion, the thoughts that accompany it, without getting carried away by the narrative. This mindful pause allows us to regain a sense of control, to choose our response rather than being driven by instinct. It's like pressing the pause button in a fast-forward movie, giving us a moment to breathe and assess. This consistent practice of mindful observation gradually strengthens our capacity for emotional regulation, making us less prone to impulsive reactions and more capable of responding to challenges with calm and wisdom, anchoring us in the present moment, dissolving future anxieties. Cultivating compassion both for ourselves and for others is a powerful antidote to emotional imbalance. We often hold ourselves to impossibly high standards, judging our emotional responses harshly, which only exacerbates feelings of shame or inadequacy. Extending the same kindness and understanding to ourselves that we would offer to a dear friend in distress can be profoundly healing. Recognizing that all human beings experience a full range of emotions, that suffering is a shared part of the human condition, fosters a sense of connection rather than isolation. When we practice compassion, we soften our internal criticism, allowing for greater acceptance and self-forgiveness. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior, but rather acknowledging the underlying pain and working towards healing. It creates an internal environment of safety and support, making it easier to navigate difficult emotions and to find our way back to a state of equilibrium, a gentle embrace of our imperfections. Ultimately, emotional balance is a journey of self-discovery and conscious choice. It's about understanding that while we cannot always control external circumstances, we always have a choice in how we respond to them, how we relate to our internal world. It's a commitment to practices that foster inner peace, such as regular periods of stillness, intentional rest, nourishing our bodies, and cultivating compassionate awareness. These aren't quick fixes, but consistent investments in our well-being, building a robust foundation for a life lived with clarity, vitality, and an unwavering sense of inner calm. It's a path that liberates us from the tyranny of external validation and internal chaos, leading us to a profound sense of self-mastery and an unshakable inner peace, allowing us to truly embody the calm I within every storm. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate life's challenges, but to cultivate the inner strength and wisdom to meet them with grace and presence. It's a continuous practice, a lifelong commitment to tending your inner garden, ensuring that clarity, energy, and balance are the blossoms that always flourish. This journey of self-mastery is the most profound gift you can give yourself, unlocking a boundless wellspring of peace and potential you never knew existed. This isn't just a video, it's a profound shift in perspective. That insight about observing thoughts like clouds, absolutely game-changing. I feel a quiet strength building already. What part resonated most deeply with you all?